is up, my Knights of the Round Table? Welcome back to Music Night with the Knight. We got another titanium rap. This is Shadow the Hedgehog versus the Reverse Flash. Sonic the Hedgehog versus DC. This is requested by User. Oh no, that's actually their name. User, you know who you are. Comment below. I know who you are, User. That is just their actual name, and nobody's gonna believe me. That's their actual name. But they requested this, and I have a lot of titanium to catch up on. I've seen Shao Kahn versus Triple H, he made, and I've seen he's made a Homelander one, a Plankton one, and a bunch of others. And I want to kind of catch up through the weeks coming. So, I want to start catching up with one titanium battle through the weeks. So, we got the Reverse Flash versus Shadow the Hedgehog. I'm going Reverse Flash. Comic book geek for life! Never played the Sonic games.
Agent Shadow, you have the target in your sights. Agent Shadow, pursuing target.
Oh, okay, we're going right in.
Not for long, you aren't. Welcome to my playground. The Negative Speed Force.
That's right.
Speed Force, another concept you stole?
Damn.
Chaos, you got at me. I'm always in control. This guy's called Reverse, might as well be running backwards. Running away from his problems instead of meeting simple standards.
I mean, he's right.
The advice you've been given. Realized you weren't so special, so you decided to play the villain.
He's not wrong.
Such a long
He's on your ass, Hedgehog.
With such doubt. The place I kick to the big boys whenever DC decides to thon you out. Sorry about it, enough to star in a broken game. Maybe this time shift the blame. How you claim to fame was too dick game. You're not even a character anymore. Leave your pride on the floor. You have a surprisingly literal name. Giving you a worse for G-Edge core. You started adventurous and quite a meaningful genesis, but at least as a nemesis, I carry the proper emphasis.
Woo!
Reminds me Nora, kind, sweet, everyone knew so. They both up and died because their speedster was too slow. Emeralds come quite handy. To defect neglect that hits much harder than the feelings from your daddy. It's not just family, even other villains are tired of your course. Hunter learned to hate you, all the rogues desecrated your corpse.
Very true, they did not like him.
You pull a retcon. From bullies to your own brother, they didn't know you once, then get gone. Say I'm too slow while I enter the
He's
state
petty.
of inhibited power. Show you what I'm made of. What the? A golden super form. How original. You have the right to call anyone faker, Kid Flash.
Damn!
Surprised you haven't screwed up a line, giving you
Shots fired on that one.
Rub off on Infinite and inspired him to be a worst villain in your series. I know the future, Shadow. Sometime you'll run out of ammo. To me, you've been dead for centuries. Can you trust your memories?
Been dead for centuries.
Not what Marina wanted, but now I've lived and learned why your crush's men all departed. You're petty, pathetic, not heroic, pathetic. Easy upset. Barry outran and left you. Even you couldn't stop your reset. People love it.
That's true.
And both your dads use as a weapon for their own gain. You're always manipulated. I'm too smart for such tactics. Well, character assassination is all you've ever practiced. Coasting for years on fan adoration alone, I threaten the multiverse, the king of speed that won't be dethroned. And even keep a race without your little issues. And you care too much, Shadow, admit it. I scare you. Never was given love, so he became a helpless fanboy.
Hey!
American fools who were easily killed by some bad boy. I promised to Maria
He's
to
right.
protect this planet from all its I'm like you, I won't throw it all away. I will fight like I always have. You better pick up speed.
Okay, we're going back and back.
No matter what path you pick, I'll always be here to rewrite history. Alan tried to anchor me, but like you, he's never caught me. Who survived reality collapsing? Guess again, it was me! I was back in time for you before this battle began.
It was me!
Right here, I'm not like the issues you've outran. I'm a paradox, you've already lost your weakness.
I mean, that's kind of hypocritical, Vaughn.
Sure the answer. Are you even the real Shadow?
I don't get it. What the fuck?
I am Shadow the Hedgehog. I made a promise that I intend to keep. This is who I am.
Fuck was that about? Somebody that ain't played the games? What the fuck was that about? Anybody wanna play that way? Okay, we got a battle here. Right, okay, upon first listening, I don't know who I'm leaning. I'm kind of leaning towards E-Bard, but that might change. Because Shadow was low-key throwing some dirt on you, E-Bard. He was throwing some dirt.
Agent Shadow, pursuing target. Not for long, you aren't.
By the way, this is a great Reverse Flash voice. I think it's Titanium doing both voices, if I'm not mistaken.
Welcome to my playground. The Negative Speed Force.
I want to say I'm right here, unless there was something in the beginning. No.
Speed Force, another concept you stole? Or whatever.
I mean, yeah, E-Bard's whole thing is he kind of steals from Barry. Like, that's kind of his whole shtick. He stole his suit, stole his powers. Hell, even stole his name. Hell, he even stole his face once. Who remembers that? Low-key, I'm gonna use this as a segue, Titanium. I'm gonna use this as a segue. I think Ebard wants to fuck Barry. Because there is no way this guy is that obsessed with him. He stole his face and pretended to be him. He pretended to be Barry. He even threatened Barry that he'd go back in time and adopt him. And abuse him.
You got at me. I'm always in.
So whatever chaos you got at me, Chaos Emeralds.
Control. This guy's called Reverse. Might as well be run.
This guy's called Reverse. Might as well be running backwards. You know, Reverse is going back.
Backwards. He has to run away from his problems instead of being simple step.
He's right, Ebard. You do use your speed to run away from problems. Quite literally, he killed his rival at the Flash Museum. He killed his more successful younger brother.
Barry was your bestie with the advice you've been given. Realized you weren't so special, so you decided to play the villain.
Yeah, that's literally what happened. Ebard realized that he didn't matter in Barry's life. He was not destined. Ebard wanted to be the Kid Flash. That's why his outfit's yellow and red, like Kid Flash's is. But he realized he was destined to be Barry's villain, and that shit kind of broke him.
Suffered such a long freeze when you left your riders with such doubt.
Suffered such a long freeze when you left your riders with such doubt. You can play sidekick to the big boys when DC decides to thaw you out. Thaw you out. His last name's Thawne.
Play sidekick to the big boys whenever DC.
You see why I'm not a rapper? I get tongue-tied too easily.
Decides to thaw you out. Sorry, I'm not overrated enough to star in a broken game.
Sorry, I'm not overrated enough to star in a broken game. Just straight to the point. He is really gonna throw dirt on that Shadow game where he had a fucking assault rifle.
Maybe this time shift the blame. How you claimed to fame was too dick game. You're not even a character anymore. Leave your pride on the floor. You have a surprisingly literal name, given you're a worse Vegeta.
You have a surprisingly literal name, given you're a worse Vegeta at your core. Shadow. He's in his shadow. I get it.
Core. You started adventurous, had quite the meaningful genesis, but at least as a nemesis.
Genesis, Sega Genesis. You get it? But at least as a nemesis,
I
carry the proper emphasis. He's like, look, you help Sonic a lot. You help him out a lot. You're not a nemesis. I fuck over my nemesis a lot. I fucking hate him, but I love him. Ebard has a weird thing with Barry. Everybody else he don't give a fuck about.
Emphasis. You know, Maria reminds me of Nora.
Maria reminds me of Nora. I think that was the girl Shadow liked. But yeah, Nora is Barry's mom, and Ebard, stabbed her pretty much and killed her.
Kind, sweet, everyone knew so. They both up and died because their speedster was too...
So he's blaming Shadow for Maria's death. He's like, okay, look, you remind me of Nora. Maria reminds me of Nora. They died because their speedster was too slow. Thawne's insinuating Nora died because Barry was too slow. He's like, okay, look, Maria died because you were too slow, Shadow.
Too slow! I am all I can be. Emeralds come quite handy to defect neglect that hits much harder than the feelings from your dad.
Much harder than the feelings from your daddy. Ebard was genetically engineered to be the perfect son. He was good looking, he was smart, and he was still a disappointment to his parents. His parents did not like him.
It's not just family, even other villains are tired of your course. Hunter learned to hate you while the rogues desecrated your corpse.
This is a reference to Hunter Zolomon, aka Zoom. Zoom hated Reverse Flash, and the Rogues Gallery, like Boomerang, Captain Cold, Mirror Master, they desecrated Reverse Flash's corpse. Because the Rogues are actually, they're bad guys, but not bad guy. They're bad guys, but they keep cruelty to a minimum. They don't hurt innocent. They try not to hurt innocent people too much. They don't go after women and children. They try to keep cruelty to a minimum. They live by a code. And Reverse Flash doesn't give a fuck. He would fuck over the world just to get at Barry. So the Rogues do not like Ebard at all.
Face with slight inconvenience, you pull a retcon.
Full with the face of slight inconvenience, you pull a retcon, quite literally, from bullies to your own brother. He killed his bullies. He killed his more successful younger brother. He erased them from time, more so than killed them. He just made sure they were never born.
Bullies your own brother. They annoy you once, then get gone. Say I'm too slow.
He's a petty bitch.
While I enter the state of inhibited power, show you what I'm made of. What the?
But John Wesley Shipp was a great Ebard.
A golden superform. How original. Like you have the right to call anyone faker, Kid Flash.
So that's a rebuttal. He's like, okay, a golden form, how original there, Goku. You know, basically he's making fun of him because he's taking the Super Saiyan form. He's like, you have no right to call anyone original there, Kid Flash, because Ebard wanted to be Kid Flash.
Surprised you haven't screwed up a line given your history of delivery.
Surprised you ain't scrub a line with your history of deliveries. You deliver a line and how the games, the Sonic games have been delivered is, oh boy. Let's just say they have not been the perfect cast.
Off on Infinite and inspired him to be a worst villain in your series. I know the future, Shadow. Sometime you'll run out of ammo. To me,
I mean, Thawne is from the future, so he knows the future.
you've been dead for
To me, you've been dead for centuries. This is a line from the CW show that became a meme.
centuries. Can you trust your memories? I know I started haunted, not what Maria wanted, but now
Okay, he's growing. He's growing.
I've lived and learned why your crushes men all depart.
While your crushes man all departed. So this is why I fuck with Titanium's battles a lot, because he pulls like these little comic references that I get to gush about. So, like I said, Eobard's a petty bitch, and he does not care who he fucks over in life as long as he gets his way. Eobard had a crush on a girl, so he killed every person who ever could ask her out. He killed numerous potential boyfriends until it was only him, and when she rejected him, he turned her into a vegetable. He's a dick.
You're petty, pathetic, not heroic, pathetic, easy to upset. Barry outran and left you, even you couldn't stop your reset.
Yeah, because Barry reset Thawne's time recently.
I'm bad.
Or recently. Pretty sure that's going to change soon if it hasn't already, because that's just how the comic status quo works. I'm petty, people love it. That's true. That's why I love Reverse Flash as a villain. He's so fucking petty. Reverse Flash is top 3 DC villains. I do not care.
People love
Argue with this wall right here.
it. You're the worst part of your own game.
You're the worst part of your own game. That's sad.
Both your dads use you as a weapon for their own gain. Always been
Both of your dads use you as a weapon for their own gain. That's also a pretty cool dig, because didn't Robotnik or somebody make Shadow?
manipulated. I'm too smart for such tactics. More character assassination is all you've ever practiced. Posting for years on fan adoration alone, I threaten the multiverse, the king of speed, that won't.
He's like, look, we're not comparable. You've been carried on fan admiration alone. You're just a fan favorite. There's nothing good about you in your stories. I'm the king of speed that won't be dethroned, even though Wally's kind of dethroned you. Sorry.
Dethroned, and you can keep up in a race without your little air shoes.
Little air shoes.
Care too much, Shadow, admit it. I scare you. Never was given love, so he became a helpless fanboy.
Yeah, Eobard started as a fanboy. He was a Flash stan.
Scared of American fools who were easily killed by some bad boy.
Eobard was killed by Flashpoint Batman. In the comic, he was stabbed in the heart. In the movie, he got, let's just say, he really blew his mind.
Promise to Maria to protect this planet from all attack. Like
He also died to Dr. Manhattan.
Don't throw it all away.
And a good old-fashioned sudden stop by Barry.
We'll fight like I always have. You better pick up speed. You can't keep up with me. No,
I like how his voice gets more like CW-ish, demonic to it. I like that little mix you did, Cam.
matter what path you pick, I'll always be here to rewrite history.
That's Eobard's whole thing, is he rewrites history, man.
Alan tried to anchor me, but like you,
Alan tried to anchor me. Tried to anchor him in time.
he's never caught me. Who survived reality collapsing? Guess again, it was.
Who survived reality collapsing? Guess again it was me. It was me, Barry. I made you nut at just a woman's touch. That's the It Was Me meme. That was all over in 2022, 2021, somewhere in there. And Eobard did survive reality collapsing. He survived Flashpoint.
It's me! I can always go back in time, kill you before this battle began.
I mean, yeah, you can.
Another other entry right here. I'm not like the issues you've outran. I'm a paradox you've already lost. Your weakness just shows that even you're unsure of the answer. Are you even the real Shadow?
I feel like that's a reference to the games. I feel like that's what I'm missing here.
Shadow the Hedgehog. I made a promise.
I'm assuming he didn't know if he's the real Shadow in his game. That's what I'm going to assume. As somebody that's not played a single Sonic game, I know. Throw your tomatoes at me and boo me. But I'm going to give it to my boy Eobard. I think he edged out by that much. I think Shadow was on his ass. I ain't going to lie. Shadow was, I don't know. Shadow might have got him. I'm not too sure. It's close. I will say this is a very close matchup. And upon 2 re-listens, I don't know who won, but I'm leaning towards Eobard. So let me know who you guys thought won in the comments below. I may change my mind upon a 3rd re-listen. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, user, for requesting this. I'm going to get some more Titanium battles throughout the next couple of weeks. What do I rank this? I'm going to give this battle A 10, because I love all the little references that he pulled for Ebard. I love him. He pulled a lot of deep comic references, and he pulled from the CW. He pulled from the "It Was Me" meme. So I'm gonna give this a 10 out of 10. Like, he did a lot of research for Ebard. So big round of applause. Go check out Titanium's channel. Show him some love. He has a lot of great battles just like this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this. And as always, it was me, everybody. See you in the next one.